Welcome to Catholic Connections, one of many forms to stay connected with our faith.
Gospel reading of March 29th, 2020, John 11, verses 1 through 45. There was a man named Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister, Martha. He was ill. It was the same Mary, the sister of the sick man Lazarus, who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair. The sister sent this message to Jesus: Lord, the man you love is ill. On receiving the message, Jesus said, This sickness will not end in death, but is God's glory, that through the Son of God may be glorified. Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. Yet when he heard that he was ill, he stayed where he was for 2 more days before saying to his disciple, Let's go back to Judea. The disciples said, Rabbi, it's not long since the Jews were trying to stone you. Are you going back there again? Jesus replied, And there are not 12 hours in a day? No one who walks in the daytime stumbles, having the light of the world to see by. Anyone who walks around at night stumbles, having no light as guide. He said and then added, Our friend Lazarus is at rest. I'm going to wake him. The disciples said to him, Lord, if he is at rest, he will be saved. Jesus was speaking of the death of Lazarus, but they thought that by the rest he meant sleep. So Jesus put it plainly, Lazarus is dead. And for your sake, I'm glad I was not there, because now you will believe. But let us go to him. Then Thomas, known as the twin, said the order to the disciples, Let us also go to die with him. On arriving, Jesus found Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days already. Bethany is about 2 miles from Jerusalem, and many Jews had come to Martha and Mary to comfort them about their brother. When Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went to meet him. Mary remained sitting in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would have not died. But even now, I know that God will grant whatever you ask him. Jesus said to her, Your brother will rise again. Martha said, I know he will rise again at the resurrection of the last day. Jesus said, I am the resurrection. Anyone who believes in me, even though the person has died, will live. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? Yes, Lord, she said. I believe you are the Christ, the Son of God, the one who will come into this world. When she said this, she went and called her sister Mary, saying in a low voice, The Master is here and wants to see you. Hearing this, Mary got up quickly and went to him. Jesus had not yet come into the village. He was still at the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who were in the house comforting Mary saw her get up so quickly and go out, they followed her, thinking she was going to the tomb to weep there. Mary went to Jesus, and as soon as she saw him, she threw herself at his feet, saying, Lord, if you'd been here, my brother would have not died. At the sight of her tears and those of the Jews who had come with her, Jesus was greatly distressed, and with profound sight he said, Where have you put him? They said, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept. And the Jews said, See how much he loved him? But there were some who remarked, He opened the eyes of the blind. You could have prevented this man's death. Aside again, Jesus reached to the tomb. It was caved with stones to close the opening. Jesus said, Take the stones away. Martha, the dead man's sister, said to him, Lord, by now he will smell. This is the 4th day since he died. Jesus replied, Have I not told you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? So they took the stones away. Then Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank you for hearing my prayers. I myself knew that you hear me and always, but I speak for the sake of those who were standing around me, so that they may believe and it was you sent me. When he said this, he cried in a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. The dead man came out. His feet and hands were bound with strips of material and cloths over his face. Jesus said to them, Unbind him. Let him go free. Many of the Jews who had come to visit Mary had seen what he did, believed in him.
What do you think the gospel is trying to say? How does it make you feel? What do you think God is asking you from this week? Please leave your answers and thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for listening, and thanks for sharing. Please make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you liked the video. Thanks.